For today's lesson, we are going to learn kung paano mag-solve ng exponential equation. Now, for our first example, solve for the value of x in the equation 6 raised to 3x plus 1 is equal to 6 raised to 2x minus 2. Now, ito is an example na exponential equation kasi yung unknown variable natin, okay, which is ang x, ay nasa exponent. Okay? So, to solve this particular exponential equation, kailangan natin mag-follow ng mga steps. Okay? Kailangan natin mag-follow ng mga steps on how to solve exponential equation. Now, for our first step, okay, or step 1, we need to make sure that both sides of the equation have the same base. Okay? So, that means ito yung mga base, ito yung base natin sa left side, ito naman yung base natin sa right side. So, that means we need to make sure in our first step, we need to make sure that yung base nila, okay, yung both sides of the equation are the same. Okay? Then, step 2, okay, kapag yung mga base natin, o mga base natin are the same, then we can just equate the exponent, then solve for the unknown variable. And that's our step 2. Then for step 3, okay, to make sure that yung variable ng x natin or any unknown variable is correct, we do the checking. That's our third and last step. Now, para illustrate natin to, okay, we need to answer this particular example. Okay, now here we have our given 6, okay, 6 raised to 3x plus 1 is equal to 6 raised to 2x minus 2. Okay? Now, for our first step, we need to make sure that both sides, okay, have the same base. So, in this case, kung makikita natin, same yung mga base natin. Dito yung base natin dito is 6. Yung base naman dito sa right side is 6. Okay? So, therefore, they're equal. So, we are done with step 1. So, we can now proceed to step 2, which is to equate the exponent. So, dito, we just simply write this, the exponent. Equate lang natin yung dalawang exponent. So, here we have 3x plus 1, yung exponent ng left side, and equate lang natin sa exponent ng right side, which is 2x, okay, 2x minus 2. Then, ang next natin gagawin dito is to solve for the unknown variable or to solve for the x, okay? So, here, we need to isolate the x variable. So, first, we need to add both sides by negative 2x, okay? Para malagay yung ating mga x variables sa left side, okay? We add negative 2x, and that gives us, okay, that gives us, of course, 3x minus 2x. This is equal to x, okay? Plus 1, then equal to, this is cancelled, 2x minus 2x, this is just equal to 0, so that's cancelled out. Then, that leaves us with negative 2. Then, of course, to solve for x, ang next natin gagawin dito, of course, is to add both sides by negative 1, okay? To isolate the x or to solve for the x variable, okay? So, that leaves us with the final answer with x is equal to negative 2, okay, plus negative 1, that's equal to negative 3. So, that means ang value ng x natin, okay, ang value ng x natin is equal to negative 3. Now, to make sure, okay, to make sure that this is correct, we do the checking, okay, we do the checking. That's our third and last step, okay? So, we use, okay, ang gagamitin natin dito is, okay, gagamitin natin yung ating given exponential equation. So, we have 6, okay, 6 raised to 3 times the value of x, which is negative 3, okay, plus 1, then equal to 6, okay, raised to 2 times the value of x, which is negative 3, minus 2. So, ang gagawin lang natin dito is i-simplify natin and make sure natin na yung left side at saka right side are equal. Okay, so let's simplify both sides. Okay, so here we have 6 raised to 3 times negative 3. This is equal to negative 9. Plus 1 is equal to negative 8. Okay, and on the right side, we have 6 raised to 2 times negative 3 is equal to negative 6 minus 2 is also equal to negative 8. Now, here, we have, as you can see, equal yung left at saka right side natin. So, therefore, okay, so therefore, yung value ng x natin is equal to negative 3. So, that's our answer for example number 1. Then, let's proceed to our second example. Now, for our second example, solve for the value of x in the equation 2 raised to 3x plus 2 is equal to 8. Okay, so dito hindi na same yung base natin. So that means we need to find way para magiging same yung base natin. So here we have our given 2 raised to 3x plus 2 is equal to 8. Of course, what we're going to do here is we find way para magiging same yung base natin. Na kung makikita natin dito, yung base sa ating left side is equal to 2. So that means we find way para ma-express natin ng 8 wherein ang base natin is equal to 2. Okay? Now, to make the base the same, ang gagawin natin sa 8, we express 8, okay, as 2 raised to 3. Okay? This is just equal to 8 para yung base niya is equal to 2 para same sa base sa left side. Okay? So that means we have, so magkakaroon na tayo ng bagong equation na 2 raised to 3x plus 2 is equal to 2 raised to 3. So instead of 8, we just write it into 2 raised to 3 para magiging same yung base natin dito sa left side at saka yung sa right side. So since same na yung base natin, so we can now proceed to step 2, which is to equate the exponents. So equate natin si 3x, okay? 3x plus 2, okay? By the exponent of the right side, which is equal to 3. Then of course, what we are going to do next is to isolate the x or to solve for the x. So ang next natin gagawin dito is to add both sides by negative 2. Okay, add both sides by negative 2, and that gives us, okay, that gives us with, of course, this is cancelled. That leaves us with 3x, okay, is equal to 3 plus negative 2. This is equal to 1. Okay, this is equal to 1. So therefore, to solve for x, we just divide both sides by 3. And yung value ng x natin is equal to 1/3. So that means ang value ng x natin dito for our second example is x is equal to 1/3. Now, again, to make sure na tama yung x variable natin, okay, we do the checking, okay? First, next is we do the checking. That's our third and last step. So we do the checking, okay? For the checking, of course, again, we need to use the original equation. Gagamitin natin yung original equation, which is 2 raised to 3x, okay? 3x or 3 times the value of x, which is 1/3, plus 2, okay? Then equal to 8. Of course, ang gagawin natin dito, we try to make sure na yung value ng left side equation is equal to 8. Okay? So here we have 2, okay? 3 times 1/3, this is just equal to 1, plus 2 is equal to 8. So that means, i-make sure natin na to na equal sila, na equal to 8 pa rin ang nandito sa left side. So again, let's simplify this further. So we have 2 raised to 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Okay, equal to 8. Then again, of course, 2 raised to 3 is just equal to 8, which is also equal to the right side, which is 8. Okay, so therefore, it is correct. So therefore, yung value ng x natin for our second example is equal to 1/3. So that's our answer for example number 2. Then let's now proceed to example number 3. Okay, so dito, we need to solve for the value of m in the equation. 4 raised to 2m minus 1 is equal to 64. As you can see naman dito, hindi naman same yung base natin. So that means hahanap tayo ng ways. So here we have our given 4. Okay, 4 raised to 2m minus 1 is equal to 64. Again, we need to find way na para yung base natin, yung base ng both sides is equal. Okay, is equal. So here we have, okay, now, to express, since here we have 4, yung base natin dito is 4. Now, we can just simply, to make this equal, yung base natin is equal to 4, we can express 64 as, okay? We can express 64 as, okay? As 4 raised to, okay? Raised to, okay? What? Raised to 3. Okay? Since this is just equal to 4. So, that means magiging same na yung base natin. So, yung equation natin is equal to 4 raised to 2m minus 1 is equal to, instead of 64, ang ilagay natin is 4 raised to 3. Okay? So, again, since same na yung base natin, so we can just proceed and equate our exponents, which have here 2m. Okay? 2m minus 1 is equal to 3. Then again, we solve for the x. So, we need to isolate first our x variable. So, again, we add both sides by positive 1. Okay, we add both sides by positive 1. So, that gives us, okay, that gives us with, okay, this is cancelled, 2m. Okay, 2m is equal to 4. Okay, this is equal to 4. Of course, to solve for m, what we are going to do is to divide both sides by 2. Okay, so that means ang m natin is equal to positive 2. Okay, so that's our value of m for our third example. Okay, let's box this one. Now, of course, to make sure na m talaga yung 2 talaga yung answer natin, ang gagawin natin is we do the checking. Again, we do the checking. Okay, let's check if this is correct. Okay, so again, let's use the original equation. So we have 4, okay? 4 times, okay, 4 times 2 raised to, okay, 4 raised to 2 times, of course, the value of m, which is equal to 2, okay, minus 1 is equal to 64. Okay? So again, let's simplify this one. We need to make sure that itong left side equation is equal to 64. So here we have 4, 2 times 2 is equal to 4, okay? Minus 1 is it equal to 64? Here, let's simplify this further. So here we have 4, okay? 4 minus 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. Is 4 raised to 3 is equal to 64? Of course. 4 raised to 3 is just equal to 64. Again, equal yung both sides, okay? So therefore, this is correct. So that means yung value ng m natin for our third example is equal to 2. Okay, so that's answer for our third example. Then let's proceed to our fourth example.